wanted to share with you flip-throughs of these books, just in case there were some that you have not seen and you wanted to take a peek at it before you purchased or got it from the library. So let's begin. So the first book is Thank You for Voting, and it is the Young Readers Edition for ages 8 to 12. Every citizen has the right to vote. And did you know that voting in any election from mayor to president is a privilege and a right? Americans 18 and older are allowed to vote. There is a fascinating history behind all of this and quite complex. So in this book, we will learn about the history, discover what you can do now to get more people to vote, and get empowered to ask questions like, what can I do to support my favorite candidate? How can I make a difference in the community? And who can I talk to about the issues I believe in? Next book is the Boxcar Children. I didn't know this book was around. This one is The Election Day Dilemma. The Alden's cousin Alice is running for mayor in her town, and the children are helping with her campaign. But there's something strange about one of those other candidates. Nobody in town knows who he is. In fact, no one has ever seen him in person. It's up to the Boxcar Children to find out who the mystery man is and why he's running for mayor. A popular book, especially for the younger years, is One Vote, Two Votes, I Vote, You Vote. Voting is something we do every day. It's a way we can choose that gives us our own say. So this book is a lot of people's favorites, and I thought I would include it. Presidential Elections and Other Cool Facts, Updated Edition. This is indeed a very cool book. The contents include who will lead the country, the rules for electing the president, the electoral college, the presidential campaign, what if something happens to the president, and it has a glossary. Your vote matters. How we elect the U.S. president. Get answers to all your questions about how the president is elected in this comprehensive illustrated guide. Your Vote Matters walks readers through the ins and outs of voting in America, and more specifically, voting in presidential elections. Discover who is eligible to run for president and what the president does once they are sworn into office. Learn about campaigning and debates, the electoral college, casting your ballot, and what a voter should consider when deciding which candidate gets their vote. Froggy for President. Now, Froggy, the Froggy books, there's a lot of them, and I saw this one and I thought it would be neat to share for some of your younger kids. Froggy for President, Froggalina for President. Each one has a platform. Froggy wants to have recess all day. Froggalina wants a talent show to benefit the school library. Which one will the voters choose? Robin Hill School Election Day. Today is Election Day in Mrs. Connor's class. The students will vote for a new class president. Today is also Becky's first day. She thinks she would make a great class president, but she's new and has no friends yet. When Becky takes a chance and makes a speech, the whole class is surprised by the winner. It's the big deal about elections. I really like this one. This can be used for a variety of ages. I think what I really enjoy about this one are the pictures and the way everything was illustrated. And so let me share a little bit about this. Sometimes it seems like election news is everywhere. Who's winning? Who's losing? Who's voting for which candidate and why? But it's for good reason. Elections are about people's power, and they're one of the best ways to participate in our democracy. Did you know that Election Day is on Tuesday because that was the best day for farmers to vote? Or that George Washington was our only elected president who ran unopposed? Did you know that the Native Americans didn't have the right to vote in every state until the 1960s? Is this all true? Well, let's check it out in this entertaining book. Grace for President is another popular book. Wanted to make sure that I put it on the list just in case you don't know about it or you need a refresher. When Grace's teacher reveals that the United States had never had a female president, Grace decides to be the first, and she immediately starts off her political career as a candidate in the school's mock election. But soon she realizes that she has entered a tough race. My American Story, How My Vote Counts. What does it mean to be a citizen? Discover the story behind America's changing rights and responsibilities, including the right to vote in elections. Journey from the 1600s to the present day, meeting key historical figures like Frederick Douglass and Elizabeth Cady Stanton along the way. Explore the American story from the perspectives of the diverse voices that make up our nation. One of my personal favorites, Lillian's Right to Vote. A very old woman stands at the bottom of a very steep hill. It's voting day. She's an American, and by God, she is going to vote. Lillian is her name. What if you had to pass a test or answer impossible questions like, how many bubbles are in a bar of soap before you were allowed to vote? Or imagine being forced to pay a special tax before you could cast your ballot. This is the story of Lillian's family and so many other African Americans who, after generations of a lot of misfortune, triumphs over injustice thanks to law that protected every American's right to vote. I hope that this book list was helpful to you. Let me know if you've read any of them or you have one to suggest, and we'll see you next time.